And I have a rehab program that's supposed to pick me up within 60 days.
Yeah, so it's probably an up to 60 days thing where he can get out
Yes.
as soon as probation.
Correct.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second here.
You're gonna have to go back up.
This fits about sections. I think it's okay. It's okay.
So I was looking, there's a, oh, it was De La Luz, not even De
Yes, sir.
No, I know. You sorry, Your Honor. We were just.
No, you're fine. I'm trying to figure out what to do here, quite frankly. So you're not being held on. Hold on, let me look at the jail.
So there's a probation hold out of Pinal.
So he's not gonna be released again.
So, Your Honor, the jail is telling us there is a probation hold out of Pinal.
Okay. Oh, out of now. Is that the $30,000?
That's a held without bond. $30,000 at the Yuma case.
Well, shit, Mr. De La Cruz. All right. I'm just gonna set a review hearing then. I can't touch the other bond. So I'm not gonna release you on one and hold you on the other one. I'm just gonna set a review hearing for January 8th. I hope that both these matters can get resolved and you can get a treatment program going for you, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, man, take care.
And Your Honor, good morning. This is the Spanish court interpreter. May the interpreter be excused?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
This one day, yeah.
Yes.
Juries.
And somebody got probation. Oh, that's from being released to you.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
I know,
Especially
especially.
probably benefit him too.
Oh, exactly. I mean, going to the the rehabilitation, the treatment.
Jill, we're doing the keep separates or the misdemeanors first?
The misdemeanors, the jail is telling me, Your Honor.
Great.
Okay.
So we're gonna go.
Right there. Yes, sir.
I know. And then you just go straight there. I know, unless he gets.
Say your name, please.
Let's see. Bowden Garner.
Mr. Garner. I'm gonna address this to you as well as the gentleman and potential lady in the courtroom as well. You guys are all here for your initial appearances. We're gonna go over your charges, but first, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire an attorney. In some instances, an attorney might be appointed. You'll find out today. If you're released from jail and don't appear at a future hearing, a warrant could issue for your arrest. If you're here on a city court case from Tucson City Court, this is also time for your arraignment. Not only could a warrant issue for your arrest, but trial could go forward in your absence. If you're convicted at trial and don't appear for sentencing within 90 days, you can lose your right to appeal. If you're here on a Tucson City Court case, I'm entering pleas of not guilty on your behalf. All right, Mr. Gardner, let me pull up your case here. Go home. This Monday. Mr. Gardner, I'm seeing on CM 25045142. This is one count of assault, one count of unlawful imprisonment, one count of disorderly conduct. I'm gonna hold you on a bond of $500 cash. Order you not to possess any firearms, order you to surrender any firearms you currently own to Tucson Police Department within 48 hours of any release. Order you have no contact with the alleged victim in this case. Miss Goodchild. And order you not to return to the incident location if you do post bond, or if you are bonded out, that being at 4320 East Allison Road. All right, sir, you're excused.
500.
Yeah, you're
You're
done.
excused, sir.
He's still low.
You can post that $500 bond here.
Right here. Or let's have something worse.
Holy Lord. I work on Mondays. I don't see this in here.
Good.
Your name, please, sir?
Name's now.
I'm sorry. So you say Michael Lowe?
Yes, sir.
Hi, Mr. Lowe. Unfortunately, you're hearing a lot of cases, man. We're gonna go over them. This is CM 2502508626. CM 25032117. 25045101. 25010281. 25017578. 25018790. 25022331. 240440009, 2404545, 240458814, 25002903, and 25006469. Multiple counts of criminal trespass in the third degree, possession of paraphernalia. I'm gonna set a $5,000 cash secured bond. Mr. Lowe, I'm hoping that you can get these cases just dealt with eventually, finally. Order you not to return to any place you've been trespassed. I'm going to appoint the city public defender's office to represent you on this case. You've got court on December 16th at 1:45 PM, sir. It's a video review hearing, okay? Hopefully this will take care of all these cases sooner than later.
Good, thank you.
All right, sir, you're excused.
Max, you're up. Answer your turn. Come on, though.
Hey. Sir, your name, please?
Tracy Metzler.
All right, Mr. Mesler, this is time for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you on CM 23043510, 240173938, 240465546, 25001577, and 2502024. Multiple counts of criminal trespass in the first degree and third degree, possession of a shopping cart, disorderly conduct, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Sir, I'm going to hold you on a $2,500 cash or secured bond. Order you not to return to any incident location where you've been trespassed. Appoint the city PD to represent you. You have a video review hearing on December 16th at 1:45 PM in front of Judge Mayhew. All right, sir. Any questions, sir?
No.
All right, sir, you're excused.
Today is the 8th of December. It's a Monday. Yeah? Okay.
So 8 days.
I don't know. You know what? I wasn't paying attention. It's 8 days that you're.
This is taken.
What was the question, Caitlin?
Did he put I didn't know what you did. I was focused on something else. Did you put him on a bond or?
Yeah, it's $2,500 cash and secured bond.
Okay.
Sir, your name?
Gabriel Parada.
Parada. This is time for initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on CM 25045110. This is one count of disorderly conduct, domestic violence offense. I'm going to hold you on a $5,000 cash secured bond, order you not to possess any firearms. If you do have any firearms and you do bond out, you got to surrender those to TPD within 40 hours of your release. Or you have no contact with Miss Montiel. And if you do bond out, you do not go to 1641 North Levis Lane. I'm going to appoint the city PD to represent you, sir. You've got court on December 17th at 1:30 p.m. There's a video review hearing in front of Judge Million. And if I didn't say so already, I'm appointing the city PD to represent you, sir. They'll like to see you, okay?
Okay, so I'm staying in custody?
Unless you bond out, and the bond is $5,000.
Okay, is there a reason why I'm staying in custody?
Given the
Uh,
nature of the allegations, that's why I'm currently holding you, sir.
Is there any way that I can do, because I take my kids to school every day. Is there any way I can do something?
So right now, the bond is the bond, and right now you can't have any contact with Miss Montiel, and you can't go back to 1641 North Levis Lane. So I guess Miss Montiel will have to figure out something else in the meantime.
So there's no way I can get out today.
No, sir.
Okay, but my record's like pretty clean. Like I just don't understand why it's to this extent.
Well, the nature of the charges, sir, that's why. They're serious allegations.
But what are the charges again?
Disorderly conduct, domestic violence.
But there was no physical abuse though. I just pretty much, I just
I
pretty much.
would advise you not to say anything on the record, sir. You can talk to your
Okay.
attorney about the charges, all right?
Okay.
You're accused. Your name, please?
Miss Jasmine Ashley Lozano.
Ms. Lozano, this is time for initial appearance. I'm gonna go over your charges, but first, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. I'm gonna be appointing the city public defender in this case. If you're released from jail and you do not appear at a future hearing, a warrant could issue for your arrest. This is also time for your arraignment on the city court charges. I'm gonna enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf. All right, ma'am, I'm seeing you on CM 250454144 and CM 250454145. 2 counts of failure to comply with the court order, 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia. I'm going to order this case consolidated with CM 25042905 and CM 25042944. Ma'am, I'm going to hold you on a $1,100 cash secured bond. Set a video review hearing for 12/16. That's in 8 days. In front of Judge Hale. All right, ma'am. You're excused.
Have a nice day.
Sucks. Scott, yeah.
Round chair, right, man. Look at that right there. Have a seat, park that thing on the sport.
Cold, sir.
Mr. Osborne, this is time for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you on a number of city court matters. We're gonna go over your charges real fast here, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. I want to appoint the city PD to represent you in this case. I'm seeing you on a probation matter as well, sir. On the new charges, I'm seeing you on CM 25045137, counts of paraphernalia and criminal trespass. Sir, if you do bond out and you don't appear at a future hearing, a warrant could issue for your arrest. I understand, sir. If trial can go forward in your absence, if you're convicted at trial and don't appear to present sentencing within 90 days, you can lose your right to appeal, sir. Sir, I'm gonna hold you on a $1,100 cash and secured bond. No contact with any of the alleged victims of the threat case. No, don't go to any of the incident locations, sir. So that's on the new charges, sir, the $1,100 cash bond. I'm gonna assign your case to Judge Blue, the mental health court judge. You've got a video review hearing of December 18th at 1:45 PM. And I'll let you ask questions, sir. Give me 1 second, okay? Let me finish here. Sir, I'm also seeing you on a petition to revoke your probation. The assistant prosecuting city attorney alleges that on November 14th, 2023, you were adjudged guilty of a number of offenses. You were placed on unsupervised probation. Written conditions of probation were given to you. The court is petitioned to revoke your probation because there's reasonable cause to believe that you failed to submit proof of completed counseling. So you're going to see Judge Blue at a video review hearing on December 18th at 1:45 PM. You're going to have the city public defender help you in this matter. All right, sir. Do you have any questions, sir?
Yeah. My sister, she was 25. She was kidnapped. And everybody in my family was kidnapped that came down here. And I've been having problems. They can't get me for some reason. Because God helps me. But it's like there's a problem out there. They all hate me because it's like they're all kidnappers on the street. And I can't get off the street. Every time they try to interfere with me, it's like something could have I have no problem with it ahead of time. It's a weird thing. I can't call and find out if anybody not do that. This is what it tells me, you know.
Sir, so where are you living right now?
I different place every day. I don't tell you what's what because I'm not comfortable with any of the people out there. And the only way I can walk, when I do see, I the only thing way I can walk, otherwise I can't walk right.
Are you going to Hope or Kodak or La Frontier or any of those organizations?
That would, if I could find out how to get there, I don't remember about it. I don't know how to get there on the bus. I don't know how to get there without my sister. She don't know.
All right, sir. I hope the city public defender can help you with this. I know that Judge Blue would like to help you. I'm going to hold you on that $1,100 cash and secured bond. If you do post bond, again, please don't go to any of the places you've been trespassed, sir. All right, sir, you're excused unless you have any questions. Right. If you do have money coming in, sir, you can post that bond. But for now, the court's going to hold you on that $1,100 cash secured bond. Sorry, sir.
I don't know what I'm talking with.
Caitlin, can you help me out?
He doesn't know what he's charged with, he said.
So, sir, you've got probation revocations for interfering with a judicial proceeding, for threat and intimidation. Then you have new charges for 2 counts of criminal trespass in the 3rd degree and 2 counts of possession of drug paraphernalia.
I thought I went, got all that expense. I mean, I thought I got time served on that.
So on the probation case, they put you on unsupervised probation, and they require that you submit some proof of counseling. They're alleging you didn't submit any proof of counseling. So that hearing is on December 18th. If you did do some counseling, sir, talk to Judge Blue about that. He's a mental health court judge, sir. He'll help you out, okay? Okay. Well, talk to Judge Blue about that. And now you've got an attorney to help you as well. So you'll have the city PD to help you as well. And if there's some paperwork out there, they can help you locate it, okay?
Okay, you're gonna get an attorney. Okay.
Come
All
on,
right,
Bob.
sir, your excuse, sir.
Got it? Something. Correct.
Poor guy, probably is a target on the school. That's right. Sad poor old guy, probably is a target on the street. Ah. Hey, how are you?
Very good. How are you?
Good.
Like stealth pilot.
I haven't seen him in a long time, but then I ran into you and a few other people at the bar with him. With now Judge.
Every time I see him, I'm just like, hey, tell me who that.
Uh,
Who are you talking to, Caitlin? Who's over there?
one of the COs that we ran into the night we were celebrating.
Hi, Your
Oh,
Honor.
yeah. Yeah, you know, sir. Leandra's here as well. She says hi. Oh, awesome. Your name, please?
Ruben Brito.
Okay, Mr. Brito. This is the time for initial words.
It's a felony, huh?
It is.
Okay.
Mr. Brito, we're gonna go over your charges, but first you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. I'll be appointing one in this case, and you have one sitting next to you to assist you in this case. If you're released from jail and don't appear at a future hearing, a warrant could issue for your arrest. All right, sir. Let me pull up the pretrial services report. So, sir, I'm seeing you on theft of means of transportation, burglary in the 3rd degree, as well as a city court case for a failure to appear. So, Mr. Brito, I've reviewed law enforcement's information, pretrial services information. I've reviewed what the county attorney is requesting in terms of a bond. They're asking for a $3,500 cash secured bond and pretrial services release. And I'll hear from your attorney. Caitlin?
Yeah, sorry. You know what? It's okay. I can't find the interim for this. I'm sorry. I was looking for that. Okay. Your Honor, I would ask you to consider releasing him to pretrial services. I noticed he doesn't have any felony criminal history. And he is, I mean, he's not old, he's 32, but he doesn't have any history throughout his 20s, or at least felony criminal history. This looks like a non-violent offense. And he has lived in Tucson for 28 years. I'm not seeing any indication right now that he won't appear for court as long as he's given the right information and can contact his attorney.
Where are you sleeping right now? Just on the street?
At the park, but yeah, but my mother just take a little makeshift room in the back. Help me out.
It's getting cold out there, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Neil, my inclination is to release Mr. Brito. Do you want to be heard further?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
Mr. Brito, hold on. I'll release you to pretrial services. They don't require much, man. They require that you contact them. All right? I'm gonna appoint the public defender to represent you. No contact with any of the alleged victims. So whoever owned the vehicles that you allegedly stole, no contact with them, even if you knew how. There's a transition center outside of the jail. There should be a blue line that you can follow that will bring you there. It's a building attached to the jail. They can hook you up with some resources. I mean, you know, it's getting cold out there is all I know. So they can hopefully set you up with some resources for housing, man, okay? You've got court on December 29th at 1:30 p.m. That court date is not gonna go. but it's a deadline for the state to indict you. Talk to your attorney about what all of that means. If I didn't say so, I'm appointing the public defender to represent you in this case. Okay. On your city court matter, sir, I'll release you as well. So now you got 2 court cases to go to. Your city court case. You know what? Let's do this. I'm going to set a non-transport review hearing for your city court case. I'll explain that. Hold on. No, so I can't. All right. Never mind. I was trying to help you out, but I can't do it. Hold on. All right. So I've got to set a city court matter. So again, you got 2 court dates. January 9th at 9 a.m. is the city court one. You won't have an attorney to help you on that one. It's going to be in front of Judge Verena. You're going to get paperwork for this stuff, man. Keep it and go to court. If you don't go to court, a warrant's going to issue for your arrest, and then you're going to be back in jail just like this with another judge or with me holding you on a bond again, or likely holding you on a bond for sure next time. Okay.
Yes.
All right, man. You're excused.
So
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know. I know. It seems like they'll dismiss the city court one, but who knows? I don't know. Your name, please, sir.
Jose Cirilo,
Is this all? Stop your initial appearance on these new charges. I'm seeing you on charges of possession of a narcotic drug and criminal trespass in the 3rd degree.
I'm getting charged with possession of narcotic drug.
Yes, sir.
Wow, are you serious?
I am, sir.
What? How'd that happen?
okay,
Well, I mean, according to the interim complaint, you were arrested, and on your possession, on your person was a baggie that appeared to contain fentanyl.
I guess, right?
So you have the right to remain silent, sir. Anything you say can't be used against you. You have the right to an
You
attorney.
talking to me like you a cop. Are you a judge or a cop?
he's a judge, but here's hold on. Maybe I can for one
Okay.
second, if that's okay. We will figure it out later. All right,
So Mr.
sorry.
Cicero, that's all right. I've got to go over some of your constitutional rights. That's why I'm doing that. Police officers also to tell you that your rights, that those rights are, you got the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you, okay? Before I go over your release conditions, I've reviewed what pretrial wrote. I've reviewed what the police wrote. I'm going to listen to your attorney as well as the prosecutor's office. I know right now the prosecutor's asking for a $5,000 bond. Caitlin, you want to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor, I would ask you consider releasing him to pretrial services. It looks like pretrial services has marked him as a level. Oh, I had that one wrong. You're the wrong. Sorry. That's not the right one. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Give me 1 second. I apologize. I have the wrong name here. Okay. Well, Your Honor, it's a narcotic drug possession charge. It looks like, I don't know what the state's gonna do, but he's eligible for steps diversion screening on this. It looks like, I don't know the number of pills, but just a few pills. It looks like personal possession amount. So I don't think he's a danger to other people in the community at this time, Your Honor. Also,
Yeah, I cannot get busted with no bag full of drugs or how many bag full of pills? is it?
it's, I don't know if you were busted. The police are just claiming they found a few pills. So yes, Your Honor, we had asked for pretrial services.
Mr. Cicero, I don't know the amount of drugs yet. Your attorney will go over that once they have the police report for you. I'm not sure what's going to happen with these charges. I'm going to hold you on a $5,000 cash and secured bond. I'll set a steps hearing. I don't think you're eligible, given that there's an allegation you were on probation, but I'm going to set a steps hearing anyway for December 15th. You'll have a preliminary hearing on December 8th. That court date's unlikely to go. Speak to your attorney about that. I'm appointing the PD's office to represent you, sir. Your excuse, sir. Your name, please, sir.
Moses de la Luz.
All right, Mr. De La Luz. I'm seeing you on 1 count of possession of narcotic drug, 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia. This is time for initial appearance. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. I'm going to appoint the PD's officer to represent you, and you have an attorney sitting next to you for this hearing. If you're released from jail and don't appear at a future hearing, a warrant could issue for your arrest. Before we go over your charges, sir, I've reviewed the interim complaint. I've also reviewed the pretrial services report, and I'll take information from both the prosecutor's office and your attorney, sir. So it looks like the state's asking for a $3,500 cash and secured bond and pretrial services release. Caitlin, you want to be heard?
Your Honor, it does look like, if I'm understanding correctly, Mr. De La Luz is on is detained without bond in his other case. So I would ask for a nominal bond, just noting that this is a drug possession case, that also he seems to have lived here for 38 years, and it was verified by his mother that he has housing and that she will assume third-party custody.
All right, Mr. De La Luz, I'm going to hold you on that requested $3,500 cash and secured bond. I'll set a steps hearing for December 15th. I don't know if you're going to be eligible or not. If they do transport you on the 15th, you should go to court. You also have a preliminary hearing December 18th. That is not going to go. Talk to your attorney more about that, sir, okay? All right, sir, you're excused.
Valenzuela, you're up first.
Your name, please, sir?
Fernando Valenzuela, Your Honor.
I'm seeing you on two different matters. I'm seeing you on a new charge for a felony offense as well as a city court case. On the felony charges, sir, it's 2 counts of child abuse, 1 count of criminal damage. And then on the misdemeanor matters, it's 1 count of disorderly conduct, domestic violence, 1 count of criminal damage, domestic violence, 1 count of preventing or interfering with the usage of a telephone, and 1 count of assault, all DV offenses. Sir, this is time for your initial appearance. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. On your felony matter, I'm going to be appointing an attorney, the PD's office to represent you. On the city court matter, I'll also be appointing the Tucson City Public Defender's Office to represent you. If you are released from bond and you don't appear at a future hearing, a warrant could issue for your arrest. This is also the arraignment on the city court matter. It's a lot of information, so you're gonna have 2 attorneys to help you understand this, all right? But on the city court matter, trial could go forward in your absence. If you are convicted at trial and don't appear for sentencing within 90 days, you can lose your right to appeal. All right, sir, before we go over the conditions of release, I've reviewed the interim complaint by law enforcement. I've reviewed the pretrial services report, and I'm going to take information from the state as well as your attorney who's sitting next to you. The state's asking for a $3,000 bond on your felony matter case. Caitlin, you want to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor, this is an unreasonable bond, but I would ask you to consider pretrial services release. It looks like he's a level 1 on the scale. He has 1 prior that ended up being designated a misdemeanor, which does obviously evince that he's going to be able to show up for all court dates.
Your Honor, is it possible to check to see if there's a,
Go ahead, Neil.
Your Honor, is there a probation hold on this individual?
So on the felony, so he was discharged from probation on, it looks like October of this year, Neil, for the felony case. Is there another felony case you think?
Not entirely clear, sir. That said, I would look at the fact that it has been scant little time since he came off probation, if that is indeed the case.
So I'm sorry, and Caitlin, you can finish.
Yes, no, I mean, that's the point. I'm noting that in terms of failure to appear issues, I think that evinces that there won't be any failure to appear issues. I'd also note that that in this case, it looks like they're alleging that he was in a car with his children. I don't think this may not be the time to make a probable cause argument about that, but I don't think the F2 felony is the appropriate level, considering that it requires intentionally or knowingly placing the children in that harm. I think this might be more of a reckless situation. I would note that the victim, the children did not sustain any injuries, and his girlfriend and the mother of the children does wish to have further contact and does not object to his release from custody.
I'm going to hold you on a $2,000 cash secured bond, based on the allegations that you tried to flee the accident with your children at hand. That's the reason for the bond, sir. I'm going to appoint the PD's office to represent you. Like I said, you've got a court hearing of December 18th. That court date's unlikely to go. Speak to your attorney further about the next couple of weeks. On your,
One second.
go ahead, Caitlin.
I apologize. He just wants to tell me something really quickly that he may want to inform you of.
Sure.
Okay. Your Honor, he just wants you to know, and I understand you already set the bond for the reasons that you clearly stated, but that he does want you to know that he does work 7 days a week, and that he's going to lose his job and he supports his family.
Where do you work, sir?
ACS International, Your Honor. I've been there for 21 years.
I'm sorry, say that again. Where is it again?
ACS International. I've been there since 2005.
Do they know you've been arrested, sir?
No, I haven't got in contact with them. I don't want to lose my house, Your Honor. If I stay in jail, I will lose my house this week. Since if I don't pay the rent, I will lose my house and everything's in there.
All right, sir, I'm not gonna change the bond. Given the allegations, the bond's gonna remain at $2,000 cash and secured. I'm gonna set a not, I can't even do that on the DV case. All right, so on the city court case, sir, like I said, I'm seeing you on 4 counts of domestic violence for assault, criminal tampering, disorderly conduct, and preventing the use of a telephone. I'm gonna put you in front of Judge Million, do a video review hearing for December 17th. I'm gonna appoint the city P to represent you on that case. Hold you on a $500 bond on that case. You'll get time credit at least. I'm gonna order that you have no contact. I understand that the alleged victim in the felony matter, sorry, I understand that. Oh.
It's the victim, it'd be the mom.
I understand that Ms. Barris is asking for contact on the felony matter. I don't have information on whether she's asking for contact on the misdemeanor matter, and she is the alleged victim of the misdemeanor matter, as well as the children again. So I'm gonna order no contact with Ms. Barris until Judge Million can address that with you. Again, you'll have the city PD to help you on this matter. Talk to them about your release on the city court case. Talk to your attorney for the felony court matter, sir. And your excuse, sir. I didn't mark hold. You mark hold. Yeah. Thanks. I need to do something then. If I reopen it, I don't have access to it. I don't think it matters. Yeah.
All right.
I don't think.
See all that.
Ma'am, your name, please?
Danella Amanda.
Last name Danella?
Yes.
Sure.
My paperwork, what do I read?
Nothing, man, just signal us.
Yeah, okay, I'll listen.
Then I'll try to argue for your release, okay?
Give me 1 second, ma'am. All right. Ms. Danella Molera, I'm seeing you on 2 different matters. I'm seeing you on a felony case as well as some city court misdemeanor cases. The felony case is contraband in a correction facility, criminal trespass, and failure to comply. The city court matters are FPAs for trespass and theft. Ma'am, this is your initial appearance. We're gonna go over your release conditions, but first, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. On the felony matter, I'll be appointing an attorney. On the city court matter, I'll let you know. Before we go over your release conditions, know that I've reviewed information from law enforcement as well as pretrial services, and I'll hear arguments from the state as well as your attorney who's sitting next to you right now. All right, counsel, my inclination is to hold Miss Danella Molera, sorry, on a $2,500 cash or secured bond on the felony matter. Does either party wish to be heard?
No, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I would just, may not change Your Honor's mind, but I'll just make my argument for pretrial services release if that's okay. As long as you're not holding her on the I mean, if you're holding her on the misdemeanors, no matter what, then I would ask for a nominal bond just so she can get time credit. But I would note that she only has one prior that seems to be quite old. It's from 2011, terminated in 2013, so it's over 10 years old. Yeah. And then it is to take the contraband into correctional facility, but essentially it's that she's being picked up on a misdemeanor warrant and they find 0.365 grams of meth. So very, very low level amount of meth on her person. So I obviously think this would have just been if in fact it is her meth personal use amount, Your Honor.
I understand. Miss Danella Molera, I'm sorry, I don't know why I can't see your last name. Danella Molera. So so I understand what your counsel is saying. Your new criminal.
Your Honor?
Or failure to appear scale is a 6.
Yeah, I have no drug sales. That's not my part of the thing.
I'm gonna hold you, ma'am, on the $2,500 cash and secured bond. If you do post bond, you can't go back to any of the incident locations where you've been trespassed from. You'll have court on December 18th at 1:30 p.m. All right, that's the bad news. Here's the better news. The better news is this, ma'am. On your city court matters, I've got you on CM 2503-5353-4737-5093. These are a bunch of criminal trespasses, theft, and interfering with the judicial order.
I want to show you something, sir. Can I show you something?
Nope.
Why I can't show you my injury on my leg?
No, ma'am. No.
Why?
I don't want to see it.
I'm supposed to be taken care of the whole time I was here, and I'm leaking everywhere, right? So you gotta keep me here, right? Okay. That's
There.
drug sales?
No, not drug sales.
No, not
Not
drug
drug
sales.
charges. What are my charges?
Promoting prisoner contraband.
Why? Where's prisoner contraband? I don't have prisoner contraband. How do I have prisoner contraband?
Well, he needs to finish the city.
I have a pad on. Search me right here. I have no prisoner contraband.
You have a non-transport review hearing on January.
It's just cool. I'm good. Just do what you guys do. I don't want to hear anymore. You guys lie every time.
I'm hoping the city PD can deal with your misdemeanor matter without you being present, ma'am. That makes a lot more
I have
sense.
to be here to be locked up again, right?
You are gonna remain in the jail unless you post the bond, ma'am.
How much money do you think they've already taken from me?
All right, jail, we're finished.
The city was, I apologize, Your Honor, what did you say on the city?
Yeah, she's released on the city case. I've set a non-transport review hearing and hope that the city PD can get that case dismissed since she's being held on the felony case.
Okay. Okay. You got that all? Okay. Thank you.
Oh, I didn't mark felony hold. Thanks, man. Thanks. Ma'am, your name, please?
Emily?
Is this Miss Acosta?
No, Emily Belton.
No, I'm sorry, not, so, who's on the phone? Emily Beltran?
Mhm.
And ma'am, what are you here for, ma'am?
I wanted to join the meeting for Luis. I wasn't able to say anything.
Okay, Miss Acosta, you wanted to join the meeting for who, ma'am? Sorry.
For Luis.
So, I'm so sorry. Emily Beltran? There's a lot of noise here. And ma'am, what are you here for, ma'am?
Oh, I was gonna join the meeting for Luis, but I was just gonna mute myself till he comes on. He hasn't anything.
You wanted to join the meeting for who, ma'am?
Luis Hernandez? For Luis.
So, I'm so sorry. There's a lot of noise here. Ma'am, what are you here for, ma'am?
Oh, I was gonna join the meeting for Luis, but I was just gonna mute myself till he comes on. He has-
I think it's for Luis Hernandez, she's saying, Your Honor.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for muting yourself, ma'am. I don't understand what occurred there. There was a lot of echoing. All right. I will make sure to reach out to you once we do the Hernandez matter. Caitlin, do we have a lot of individuals behind you in the partition? Behind the partition? Sorry.
Behind the partition, about, I think, though, they're still out of the pit, but I think that, I think we probably have only got through about half. What do you guys think?
I was gonna. Is this Acosta here? Is she keep separate jail?
She is, Your Honor. After Ms. Acosta, we will have the large group come in.
Thank you, Dale. Thank you. All right, Mr. Acosta.
Why can't I do it now? Why can't it go on now?
You are.
Yes. Yep. Now, Mr. Acosta, just give me 1 second, okay? Let me go over some preliminary matters. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can't be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. I'm going to be appointing an attorney to represent you, and you have an attorney sitting next to you right now to help you with today. This is just your initial appearance, so we're only discussing your conditions of release. Before we do that, know that I've reviewed information from law enforcement, I've reviewed information from the court services, and I'll hear arguments from both counsel. Ms. Acosta, I'm seeing you on CR 20252733. This is 1 count of robbery. I'm also seeing you on a charge of burglary in the 3rd degree, and I'm seeing you on some city court matters as well.
I have no idea how those charges came.
Okay. Well, it's your attorney about that, all right? So, counsel, my inclination is to hold Ms. Acosta on a $5,000 cash secured bond on the robbery charge. Let's begin there. Does counsel wish to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor. So my understanding from this interim complaint.
Caitlin, okay. So we've got, yeah, so we're gonna, let me. So I found that there's no PC on the burglary and the 3rd degree charge, but let's talk about the robbery case first. So we have
There's another.
Yeah, we have a CR 20252733 on the robbery matter. It's that one that I'm holding her on a bond of and setting an arraignment for next Monday at 1:30 p.m.
Okay. Okay, so this was, I see. This is where she had the failure. Okay, so there's no PC on the new one you found, but this one that she had the warrant.
What's the
Okay.
the robbery? What is that?
For an arraignment next week. I mean, the only thing I would know.
How did that charge come about? Because I do not remember that.
I don't know the information.
I was never charged with that one.
Well, so ma'am,
Okay.
you have been charged with that one. You've been indicted on that, and that's why you have an arraignment. You'll have an arraignment where you'll see the actual indictment in front of you. I'll officially appoint an attorney, but you have been indicted. The grand jury's found that they have probable cause to charge you with robbery.
But then that's
You can still fight it. It's just that
And
they've
you'll-
charged you.
And
So
you'll
he
get
has to
information next
go
week on
with that
that.
for now. Okay. Okay. So it doesn't mean you're guilty yet. It just means that you've been charged. Okay. So
I was never charged with that.
well, you have been charged. Even if you didn't do it, you've still been charged. Okay. So we have to kind of work from
I don't
where we're at.
remember being held with that one or.
Well, so it
I
looks
don't
like you
remember-
didn't know about it. So that's what I was the argument I was gonna make, Your Honor. Did you say you were planning on holding her on? What is the warrant amount of 1,000?
I had actually 5,000, Caitlin.
Oh.
Why?
Okay, well, I would ask you to consider the 1,000 or pretrial search release. It does look like it was delivered, the summons to a general delivery, so obviously she didn't get it and she wasn't aware of it.
I'll lower the bond to $1,000 cash secured. Ma'am, you've got court on December 15th. That's in front of myself at 1:30 PM for your arraignment on these charges. I'm going to appoint the city, attorney, Jesus. I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. Someone will be able to see you in a few days. They can talk to you about this charge, okay? On the burglary charge in the 3rd degree, I'm going to order you released because I don't find any probable cause in this matter. If you are re-indicted, your attorney can file the appropriate motion to make sure you're getting time credit, even though I'm releasing you in this case, but I'm releasing you in this case.
What's that one for?
No, that one's released. It's just, there's no probable cause, so it's just a dismissal essentially. Oh.
Yeah, no.
So I can't dismiss it, but I can. I
You
can't.
just said for.
I think your attorney said I will.
That's my fault. I didn't know that.
I found there's no probable cause and I'm ordering you released. The state can still determine that they want to charge you with that crime, but I've ordered you released. I can't hold you on a case. Even if I want to hold you on a 50-cent bond to make you get time credit, I can't do that because I don't find probable cause. But your attorney can file the appropriate motion to make sure you get time credit if the state does decide to indict you. On the city court matter, ma'am, I'm seeing you on failure to appears for criminal trespass in the 1st degree, 2 of those, shoplifting and possession of paraphernalia. I'm going to release you on this matter. You're going to be held in jail. I understand that. I'm going to set a non-transport review hearing. I hope the city PD, who I'm appointing, can deal with this matter without you being present. I'm going to set that non-transport review hearing for January 16th at 9 a.m. You will not be transported. You won't even know about that hearing. You will hear from the city PD whether or not they could successfully get the case dismissed without you being present, ma'am. If not, they'll set a hearing in front of Judge Verena.
Okay, now I have a problem because I recently just started going by the name Yolanda, and now I'm thinking maybe they got my name mixed up with somebody else because that is not, I do not remember these charges. But on my ID, my state ID, it does say Nicole Acosta.
So that's definitely something.
But I just recently started.
So absolutely address that with your attorney, Ms. Acosta, or whatever your name is. Absolutely address that with your attorney.
Yes. Waiting for the judge. Can I go now?
You can go. You're excused, ma'am. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry about that. I was under the assumption that they get dismissed for some reason.
That's because judges used to dismiss them. And then before I took the bench, they were told you don't have the legal authority to dismiss them. The rules say you must release them, but you can't dismiss the cases. So.
Okay.
Yeah, the rules are pretty explicit on what judges can do. I'm not sure why they were always dismissing them. I guess we thought without PC, should be dismissed, but the rules don't state that. So we were ordered not to do that any further.
Okay, thank you for letting me know that. Yeah, I had no idea.
On? Come on up, sir.
Oh, that's one move. How you doing?
You okay?
It's cold.
Yeah, it's cold in here. I know. I'm in my coat.
I'm doing great. I'm at the dorm and stuff, and I just
Okay.
All right,
Well,
Mr. Bond and for the ladies and gentlemen behind you, sir. Let me go over some preliminary matters. This is the time for your initial appearance. This is the only determination here is whether you're going to be released or placed on bond. And if you're released, what conditions of release there's going to be. So first, we're going to go over your charges, but first you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. I'm going to be appointing attorneys for the matters on felony court cases. And you have a attorney sitting next to you for the felony matters. Before I decide whether or not to release you, I know that I've reviewed information from law enforcement as well as pretrial services. I've looked at the state's recommendation and I'll hear from both your attorney as well as the state. So are you Mr. Bond, sir?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Bond.
Right.
I'm seeing you on one count of possession of a narcotic drug for sale, sorry, 2 counts of possession of narcotic drug for sale, 1 count of possession of a dangerous drug for sale, and 1 count of possession of paraphernalia. Counsel, my inclination is to hold Mr. Bond on a $5,000 cash bond. Does either party wish to be heard?
Would you like to? Yes.
No, Your Honor.
You'd like me to argue for your release, right? Sure. I can. Okay. Your Honor, I would like to make at least the argument for pretrial services release. What I will note is that he doesn't have any violent history. This is also a non-violent offense. While it is charged as a drugs for sale, it does look like they found a total over the threshold, but one was a bag of 10 grams and one was a bag of about 6 grams. So nothing super huge, but above the threshold. Also has been here for 15 years, says he lives with his mom. They didn't get a hold of his mom, but that just means that she just wasn't available at the time that pretrial called her. It doesn't necessarily mean that she's not going to verify the information. One thing I'll note is that he did say that he resided on East Villa Arroyo Azul, and that is where his identification card is listed.
Thank you, counsel. Mr. Bond, despite your attorney's arguments, I'm going to hold you on that $5,000 cash bond. But it's set a court date of December 18th at 1:30 p.m. That court date is unlikely to go. Speak to your attorney about that. And I'm appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you, sir. They'll come out and see you in a couple days.
Thank you.
All right, sir, you're excused.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. No. Sir, your name?
Daryl Todd Bravo.
Okay, Mr. Bravo, I'm seeing you on. Hold on here. Okay, I'm seeing you, sir, on CR 20252742. This is one charge of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon occurring on or about December 23rd of last year.
The bond, was it cash?
It was cash. The last bond was cash. So the state's asking for a $5,000 bond, given that that's what's on the warrant. My inclination in this case is actually to release Mr. Bravo to pretrial services. Neil, did you want to be heard further? Hey, Neil, you're muted if you want to be heard further.
The state would recommend the listed amount, but state understands the court's prerogative.
Okay. Mr. Bravo, I'm going to release you to pretrial services because it looks like you did not get notice of the court date. I don't have any information that there's been new offenses since December 23rd of last year. You are released to pretrial services. Make sure you speak to them once you're released, sir. I'm going to appoint the legal defenders. The legal defender represents you, sir. Hold on. You have an arraignment on December 15th at 1:30 p.m. That's going to be in front of myself in Superior Court. If you don't appear, I'll issue a warrant for your arrest, sir, and I'll put some flag in the file saying what happened today and what I want to see in the future. Okay, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, you're excused.
Here you go. Just make sure you call the pretrial.
Fernando, I can't reach. Leandra, I think that's it. Just you. That's it.
You left, sir? Out the door, left hand side.
Your name, please, sir.
Michael Paul Tufton.
Dolphin ball. Okay.
All right, sir. I'm seeing you on one count of possession of a narcotic drug on CR 250167119. Sir, have you heard of the STEPS program?
I believe so.
You believe so?
You can explain it to you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's yeah. It's not a pop quiz, sir. I just wanted to know. So the STEPS program is a pre-indictment diversion program where, listen, I don't want to pry. I don't know if you got a drug problem or not, but if you do have a drug problem and you want treatment for that, then the STEPS program is a program where you do treatment provided by the court, and in exchange for the treatment, the state can dismiss the charges against you. Is that something you're interested in doing?
Okay.
Okay. So then I'm going to set a STEPS hearing on December 15th. You got to go to that. If you don't go to that, you won't be eligible for STEPS, and this will be treated just like a class 4 felony. I'm going to waive the 20 days for the pretrial for the preliminary hearing and set one on January 22nd. That gives you time to begin the STEPS program if that's what you want to do. You can talk to your attorney at the program and make a further decision on that. All right. I'm going to appoint the legal defendant's office to represent you in this case, sir. And I'm going to release you to pretrial services. All that means is you got to make some phone calls. Okay. Call your attorney when you're released and call pretrial services when you're released. Let them know where you're going to be. All right.
Thank you.
Any questions, sir?
No.
No, he said no.
All right. You're excused,
Apologies.
sir. You're excused. Your name, please, sir.
Ruben Flack.
All right, Mr. Flack, I'm seeing you on CR 250167115. Looks like it's 5 counts of aggravated driving under the influence. All right, counsel, my inclination is to release Mr. Flack to pretrial services. State, I understand your recommendation for a $15,000 bond plus pretrial services. I see a misdemeanor record from 2011, it's DUI. The allegations in this case include DUI with children in the car. The DUI is based on, it looks like an allegation that Mr. Flack was using prescribed Percocet pills. Given all of that, I plan on releasing Mr. Flack to pretrial services, but Mr. Poston, if you wanted to be heard further, of course, I'll let you speak.
Your Honor, suffice to say overstates strongest objection.
Understood, Mr. Poston. Sir, I'm going to release you to pretrial services. You'll have a court date on December 29th. That is unlikely to go. I'm going to appoint the PD's office to represent you. When you're released from jail, call pretrial services. They'll let the court know if you've been in contact with them, if this case is indicted and you are arraigned. Contact your attorney within a couple of days. They can help you with any resources you may need. All right, sir. Other than that, you're excused.
All right.
Harrison?
Ms. Harrison, please state your name.
Enriqueta Harrison.
All right, Ms. Harrison, I'm seeing you on CR 25016-725. There's one kind of aggravated assault on a police officer, one kind of resisting arrest, and a misdemeanor count of just driving under the influence. Counsel,
Yeah, oh yes, would you like us
no,
to?
sorry, my inclination is to release Ms. Harrison to pretrial services. Mr. Poston, I've seen your recommendation for the bond. Did you want to be heard further, sir?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Harrison, I don't know what's going on in your personal life. I don't want to pry. If you need some resources, there is a transition center outside of the jail. When you're released, there should be a blue line that can lead you there. It is attached to the jail. They offer mental health help. They offer housing help. They offer substance abuse help. If you do feel you need some help, I'd suggest you start there, okay? If you are not seeing any providers like Cope or Kodak or La Frontera, I might suggest that as well. The important thing for you right now is that when you're released, you call pretrial services and they will let the court know if you've been in compliance if and when you are brought to court again. All right. You're going to have a court date. I've got to set a court date for you on December 29th. That court date is unlikely to go. Speak to your attorney, the Pima County PD's office, and they can advise you further on kind of next steps. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right, ma'am, you're excused.
We got other paperwork too, but this is the number for pretrial and this is the number for us, okay?
So what does it mean released pretrial?
They're basically like a check-in service. They just want to see that you haven't like disappeared, essentially. So if you just give them
Okay,
a
so I
call,
will be related.
The individual who's on the phone for Ms. Hernandez, it is now his turn.
Dismissed, yeah.
yeah, you're going.
Sir, your name, please.
Luis Hernandez.
And is this Emily Beltran Herrera on the phone?
Yes.
Okay. Ma'am, did you want to be heard as to Mr. Hernandez's release conditions?
Excuse me?
Do you want to be heard as to whether or not Mr. Hernandez was released from jail?
I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Did you want to be heard as to whether Mr.
Yes,
Hernandez
yes,
could be released? Okay,
yes.
go ahead.
So I think that this was so I do want him to be released from jail. I don't want him to get any charges. It was a misunderstanding. There was no domestic violence. He never hit me. Nothing happened. He never pointed the firearm at anybody. We were both really intoxicated, and when I'm intoxicated, I get confused, and I called 911 and then told them not to come, but they still came. He has his whole future ahead of him, and I really don't think that the misunderstanding that me calling 911, I don't want his life to be ruined. He doesn't deserve to be there. He's not a violent person, doesn't even say bad words, has never hit me, anything. Very clean record, college education, great job, house, car, and I really don't want him to be there.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Mr. Poston, having heard that, did you want to change your recommendation, or I understand your position might still be to recommend the $15,000 plus pretrial services?
The state does not modify its recommendations.
Thank you, Mr. Poston. Caitlin, did you want to be heard? My inclination was to release Mr. Hernandez on his promise to appear at court in the future.
And I have no additional arguments to make, Your Honor.
Mr. Hernandez, I'm going to order appointing the public defender to represent you. You'll have a court hearing of December 29th at 1:30 p.m. That court is unlikely to go. Please reach out to the public defender's office regarding the next steps, sir.
Okay.
All right, sir, you're excused.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, ROR on that one. What's your name?
Roger Holbrook.
All right. Judge is good.
Did you take his gun? Which guy was it?
So we got.
I don't know, to tell you the truth. It was a county case. Hey, Caitlin, will you bring back Mr. Hernandez? JL, sorry.
He was the guy with.
Yes.
Waving the gun around in front of people. 99%, I would say yes. 99% sure. Yeah, I would say 99% sure that they would take it as evidence. Them not serving a search warrant, or if they couldn't find it.
Hernandez, Luis, come back, sir.
Hey, Mr. Hernandez, real quick. I don't know if the police took your guns or not. They usually do. Don't say anything. Whether they did or did not, I'm going to order that you not possess any firearms and that you must turn over any firearms to law enforcement within 48 hours of your release from jail. Okay, sir? Okay. All right, you're excused.
Holbrook, here.
I get the mute off. All right. Okay.
Take your arms out of your shirt, bro.
Hold it.
Yeah.
Still have to answer your shirt in your front.
Wish you guys had fleeces. Wish you guys had fleeces.
Say fleece.
Yeah, like a fleece, like underarm kind of fleece. Really? Yeah. People get cold.
Cold since I've been here.
Hold on, Caitlin. Sorry, I gotta make a modification to Mr. Hernandez's, given what I just said.
Okay, no problem. Understood.
There we go.
Ready for me?
So, I mean, obviously, I'm going to recommend your release, right? So that's probably what you want, right? Okay. So the
Just crash the program. It's me, Caitlin. I just crashed the program because I had to modify
Oh.
the thing and so hold on.
Okay, it's okay. It happens.
Mondays, which is not an excuse. I've already told them that. All right, Mr. Is it Mr. Holbrook? Mr. Platt? Mr. Holbrook.
It's Holbrook.
All right. Give me 1 second, sir.
Oh, yeah, you only had like 5 pills,
Yeah.
allegedly.
All right.
Yeah.
Mr. Holbrook, I'm seeing you on 1 count of possession of narcotic drug, 1 count of possession of paraphernalia. I'm also seeing you on 1 count of shoplifting, also all on December 7th. I'm seeing you on a Miranda matter. It's a failure to appear for a shoplifting case, and I'm seeing you on a justice court matter as well. Also a failure to appear for a shoplifting case.
Yep.
On the felony matter,
Yeah.
it's asking for a $5,000 bond plus pretrial release. Caitlin, you want to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor, I would ask you to consider releasing him to pretrial services. It looks like he was allegedly found with 5 pills in total on his person. And I noticed he does have some, he has history, but the most recent history is just all drug possession. Very old. The other history is very old. And he does tell me that he has a place to stay.
All right, Mr. Holbrook, I'm going to hold you on an $1,100 cash secured bond because of your FTAs on the other matters, sir. You have court on December 18th. That date is unlikely to go. I'm appointing the Pima County legal defender to represent you. Reach out to them regarding what the next 2 weeks looks like. On your Miranda matter, I'm going to hold you on a $500 bond. That way I can appoint an attorney. I'm appointing Janet Altschiller to represent you. You'll have court in Marana tomorrow, December 8th at noon. That will be a video. That will be a video hearing, sir. I'm also going to hold you on the justice court matter so I can appoint an attorney. I'm again appointing Janet Altschiller. You'll have a hearing on justice court on December 9th at 1 p.m., sir. I'm hoping you can resolve, and I'm sorry, that's a $500 cash secured bond. Hoping you can resolve these misdemeanor matters, sir, and focus on the felony case. All right, sir, you're excused.
All right. Here, would you like to sit up?
Jackson?
Your name, please, sir?
Joe Jackson.
All right, Mr. Jackson. I'm seeing you on CR 25016-717. This is 1 count of possession of paraphernalia, possession of narcotic drug, and possession of a dangerous drug. State's recommending a $5,000 bond plus pretrial. Sir, it looks like you're currently on probation, although there has been no probation hold. My inclination is to go with the state's request of $5,000. Caitlin, you want to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor, I'd ask you to consider lowering that bond, given that he's indigent and can't post it. Also, maybe consider releasing him to pretrial services. It looks like he's allegedly found in a bathroom, and they found 1 blue pill on him, some burnt residue, and then 2.83 grams of meth. So very obvious personal possession amount. He has lived in Tucson for 37 years. And it looks like his priors are all drug related, and since most recent ones are pretty much just possession, personal possession priors.
Mr. Jackson, I'm going to hold you on the state's requested $5,000 cash secured bond. It's possible you can file the motion to modify in the future with through your attorney who I'm appointing. I'm appointing the PD. It'll be the same attorney you've had before. At least it should be. I hope they can help you with some resources, sir. And then once they have some resources set up for you, you can petition the court to modify your conditions of release to reinstate you back on probation again, sir. Are your excuse, sir?
Yeah.
Heidi? Council, did you catch that?
You just said he has probation, hold, right? Okay,
Well,
No, that's-
Kelly does.
Kelly does.
yes.
Are you Heidi Kelly, ma'am?
Yes.
You're Miss Kelly. I'm seeing you on CR 2501673. This is one count of possession of a narcotic drug. Ma'am, I just got informed that you have a probation out of Superior. My inclination, ma'am, is to hold you on a $5,000 cash and secured bond. Set a court date of December 18th. At 1:30 PM. That date is unlikely to go. I'm going to appoint Saul Huerta to represent you. His phone number is going to be in the paperwork you get from the court. Does other counsel wish to be heard, though, before I approve this?
No, Judge.
I mean, I do think that a nominal bond is appropriate here, given the probation hold. I just ask you to maybe consider a little less than 5,000, especially if the probation case gets handled and then she's able to post. I did note that she does have housing that her husband confirmed, and will assume third-party custody. And then her only other offense is this case that she's on probation for. And it looks like there were allegedly a total of 8 pills found in her purse.
Ma'am, I hear what your attorney is saying. You can discuss with your assigned attorney whether or not a motion to modify is appropriate, getting you back on probation, lowering the bond, but for now, the bond's $5,000 cash secured.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Lambert?
Ma'am, your name, please?
Celine Lammert.
Ms. Lambert, I'm seeing you on CR 250167728. This is one count of criminal damage. I assume DUI charges will follow. Speak to your attorney more about that. State's asking for a $2,500 bond plus pretrial services. Hold on. Ms. Lambert, my inclination is to release you to pretrial services. Neil, do you want to be heard further?
Overstates objection, Your Honor.
Deal. All right, ma'am, I'm going to release you to pretrial services. Caitlin can tell you what that means. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You'll have a preliminary hearing on December 29th at 1:30 PM. That date is unlikely to go. Notwithstanding the lack of a DUI charge right now, you can't drive if you don't have a valid license. Understood?
Okay, yes, sir.
That should go without saying, but sometimes I say it anyway. All right, ma'am. All right, you're excused.
Yeah.
Your name, please, sir?
Vicente Valdez, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Mr. Valdez, I'm seeing you on CR 25016-718. This is one count of aggravated domestic violence. Give me 1 second to look at the file again.
Okay. I know who this was allegedly.
All right. So, sir, the state's recommendation is a $35,000 cash secured bond plus release to pretrial services. My inclination is to lower that slightly, but to a $20,000 cash secured bond. Caitlin, do you want to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor, I ask you to consider a much lower bond than that, that he may be able to post. One thing I would note is I think that he does have housing that is separate from the victim. It looks like he has he has it with his mother. It wasn't verified probably because they couldn't get a hold of her, but he does have housing with his mom and not with the victims in this case. And it does look like he's not going to have any failure to hear issues because his last case was designated as a misdemeanor. I do understand that he has prior DVs, but if Your Honor would even consider like a $5,000 bond. Oh,
I just completed all my classes.
okay. I understand.
Staying sober, have a job.
Okay.
Take care of my 2 young children on the weekends.
Okay. Also, we'd like Your Honor to note that he has a full-time employment and takes care of his children on the week.
All right. Well, unfortunately, right now, sir, I'm going to order no contact with any of the alleged victims in this case. I'm going to hold you on that $20,000 cash or secured bond. I'm going to appoint the PD's office to represent you. You'll have court on December 18th at 1:30 p.m. That court date is unlikely to go. Speak to your attorney further about what that means. Your excuse, sir. Mr. Valdez, you can litigate this further with a future judge and your attorney, but for now, we got to move.
Yeah.
Your name, please, sir.
Douglas Allen Grandola.
All right, Mr. Vandola, this is CR 25016-726. One count of being in possession of a weapon by a prohibited possessor. I've also got you on a FTA for a city court case.
Yes.
All right, sir. The state's asking for a $10,000 bond plus pretrial services. My inclination is to hold you on a $5,000 cash secured bond. Caitlin, you want to be heard?
It's supposed to start tomorrow. I do have housing.
Okay. So just some additional information, Your Honor, that Mr. Vandola would like Your Honor to take into consideration is that he does have a job that's starting tomorrow. And he says he has verified housing, which was also noted, in the PSR. His roommate Anne Marie did verify, his residence, and will assume third-party custody over him.
All right, notwithstanding your attorney's argument, sir, I'm gonna hold you on a $5,000 cash secured bond. You got court December 18th at 1:30 PM. I'm gonna appoint the Pima County PD's office to represent you on that case. On your misdemeanor case, I'll hold you on a $100 cash bond.
Okay.
You've got a court date of tomorrow, December 9th. I'm gonna appoint Janet Altschuler to represent you.
Okay.
That will be in front of Judge Miller, sir. Sorry, be in front of Judge Steele. I apologize.
And what's tomorrow's court case for?
It's gonna be your arraignment on your misdemeanor matter, sir.
Okay.
On your, oh my God, on your justice court misdemeanor matter, I'm sorry. I've also got you on a city court misdemeanor matter.
For what?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I was told I only got 3 charges altogether today when they arrested me. It was for the warrant.
And that would be, sir. So I'm holding you on the bond for the felony case. I'm holding you on a bond for your justice court case and appointing Janet Altschuler to represent you on that case. On your city court case, I know this is kind of weird. On your city court case, I'm actually going to release you. I'm hoping that city court will dismiss this case, given all you got going on. Sometimes they do that. I'm going to set a non-transport review hearing in front of the presiding judge on January 16th. The city PD will deal with that without you. If they can't get the state to or the city to dismiss this case, they'll talk to you about your next steps. But for now, you've got a non-transport review hearing on January 16th at 9 AM, sir. That one's the least of your worries. The felony and the misdemeanor one, the felony and the justice court misdemeanor one are the 2 you've got up here for, okay, sir?
Okay.
So you're excused. We're good, right? All right, thanks, JL.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thanks, Clay.
Yes, thank you.
And if you want to mark that.